Developed by Respawn Entertainment, Titanfall is the studio's first title, but the giant robots that headline this new project are already up against massive expectations. With a veteran design team and a public beta under its belt, the game is seemingly poised to deliver. But all the worldwide hype aside, does the finished product have the vigor and playability to make it stand tall above the rest? Prepare for Titanfall.
The group calling themselves the Militia have conducted numerous raids on IMC garrisons.
A war is raging in an area of space on the farthest reaches of humanity's grasp called the Frontier, and the pioneering militia and power-hungry IMC both want it as their own. Jump drive technology and mass manufacturing of Titans and synthetic troops have made this conflict for control of the Frontier an impressively brutal conflict. The militia considers it their homeland. The IMC, or Interstellar Manufacturing Corporation, want it for its earning potential. It makes for an interesting backdrop as it frames the game's campaign multiplayer mode.
You said this camp was wiped out. Find out where the rest of them went.
So the big question on the table is this: how exactly does Titanfall's campaign work? To be clear, the game has no single-player component. Every mode is linked to online team matchmaking. Campaign multiplayer really just contextualizes many of the game's multiplayer maps with story elements. Just like classic multiplayer, it's 6 versus 6 with AI mixed in. Each faction has its own heroes and personalities, and each separate campaign has you progressing through a predetermined set of levels, or maps really, differentiated by scripted moments unique to the side you're playing. Special picture-in-picture sequences are sprinkled throughout the match with the sole purpose of pushing the narrative forward.
Great. Mac, an IMC carrier just jumped in.
The problem is, these events are displayed while you're trying to play the game and are too easily lost in the chaos. It's hard to focus on the crisis unfolding in the corner of your screen when you've got an ogre titan shooting you from across the map or a nimble pilot trying to kick your face in. A lot of the dialogue is well written, and it's a shame that some of the best moments can be cut off due to the kill cam overriding the picture-in-picture. Ultimately, this is a competitive multiplayer shooter, and your focus is going to be centered on winning the match, not watching the drama. The story, characters, and universe make a lot more sense with a few replays, but you pretty much just want to unlock the Titans for regular multiplayer. The real star of this show is the map design, with environments that are perfectly suited for warfare. You'll battle across multiple planets with diversified color palettes and unique geographies that make Titanfall's worlds feel varied and full of spectacle. Giant beasts lumber in the distance, large-scale space battles play out overhead, and AI-controlled soldiers deploy from drop pods. All this creates a thriving theater of war. Each match feels like an epic conflict, giving pilots plenty of opportunity to wall run and Titans open space to strafe and maneuver. Within the game's 15 available maps, Boneyard and Overlook stand out. Boneyard provides plenty of verticality with a giant alien skeleton in the center of the map, while Overlook condenses the action into tight corridors. The wide range of maps feels perfectly suited for both Titans and pilots.
The rest of you, move through this building behind me and secure the area!
There's a varied collection of weapons and gear across both Pilot and Titan loadout menus. Customization is important, and pilots are differentiated by their tactical abilities like cloaking, which operate on a cooldown system, and kits that provide passive bonuses. There are multiple selections for each slot, along with a variety of grenades and mines, and weapons that have a few layers of customization. Similarly, Titans can use abilities like a shield that catches and returns enemy fire, along with passive options like nuclear ejection, where your Titan explodes upon death, damaging enemies around it. You'll earn experience and unlock new options along the way as you ascend to level 50. Compared to other games, there are fewer weapons, and the options push the game's playstyle in a decidedly offensive direction. There are, however, giant gun turrets on specific maps that can be hacked to give your team a defensive advantage. And even more than the weapons, items called burn cards are the real modifiers that alter a player's in-game behavior. As you play, you'll receive a steady supply of burn cards, consumable power-ups that give you weapons, abilities, or modifiers of different rarities. Amped weapons are pretty common, while insta-use Titans feel suitably rare. There's a cap as to how many you can have anyway, so hoarding them is not an option, and their effects only last as long as you stay alive. Burn cards are fun and mix up the action, pushing pilots to pick a moment to make a difference and play a bit more carefully to maximize their advantage.
Pilot, your Titan will be ready in 60 seconds.
Titanfall offers a variety of modes in addition to campaign multiplayer. Attrition is team deathmatch. Last Titan standing has every player starting in their Titan with 1 life per round. Pilot Hunter and Capture the Flag are also options, but Hardpoint Domination tasks the team to secure 3 points positioned on the map, and is the best suited mode to showcase all of Titanfall's strengths. This mode requires players to play both offense and defense. Strategically setting your Titan to AI guard mode to fend off enemies and push points is an incredibly fun tactical option. It's a solid selection of modes, but the biggest difference between this game and other competitive online shooters is the addition of AI-controlled soldiers called minions.
Hey, your Titan will be ready in 60 seconds.
These grunts and robotic specters are dumb, but they make the 6-on-6 multiplayer matches feel much larger and motivate players to keep moving and shooting. Mowing down the fodder will decrease the timer to let you get your Titan on the battlefield faster and will earn you points toward victory in attrition mode. You can even hack them and turn them to your side. Simply put, these computer-controlled enemies are a resource and a positive addition to the game.
Titan engaging enemy Titan.
In this dynamic ecosystem of competitive shooting, balance between the different Titans and the pilot is absolutely critical. Titanfall is balanced so that skill decides a battle, not an overpowered weapon or chassis. Everything is highly powerful and extremely vulnerable at the same time. Titans can stomp on pilots or blow them to bits with their powerful weaponry, but every pilot carries a weapon dedicated to bringing them down, and can be lethally effective from cover or when cloaked. A pilot can also jump on a Titan's back to blast away at its core for direct damage, but the defending pilot might just leap out of the Titan to counterattack. It's these strategies and counter-strategies that make Titanfall's gameplay unpredictable and enjoyable. The carefully crafted balance along with the unique system of AI-controlled grunts make Titanfall one of the most inviting online shooters in a long time. And that's a powerful move in a genre populated by hardcore players.
Have you really made a difference in the IMC, Marcus? Or did you just turn into another company man along the way? All I see is bloodshed. I don't see any change.
In the end, Titanfall presents a collection of gorgeous, well-designed multiplayer maps with a variety of game modes that change their flavor. It's an ambitious game in some aspects, while playing it safe in others. Although the campaign multiplayer strives to entertain, the multiplayer experience easily overshadows it with its balanced battlefield choreography. If you're looking for a story-driven experience, look elsewhere. If you're looking for a shooter, Titanfall will satisfy and surprise you. It doesn't redefine the first-person genre, but it certainly threatens the status quo, and that's a welcome step forward.
The bigger they are, the harder they fall.